Greetings, children. Class 10 Social Science Geography Chapter 6 Manufacturing Industries. On the occasion of Diwali, Harish went to a market with his parents. They purchased shoes and clothes for him. His mother purchased utensils, sugar, tea and Dina's earthen lamps. Harish observed that the shops in the market were flooded with items for sale. He wondered how so many items could be made in such large quantities. His father explained that shoes, clothes, sugar, etc. are manufactured by machines in large industries. Some utensils are manufactured in small industries, while items like dittas are made by individual artisans in household industry. Do you have some ideas about these industries?
Production of goods in large quantities after processing from raw materials to more valuable products is called manufacturing. Do you know that paper is manufactured from wood, sugar from sugar cane, iron and steel from iron ore and aluminium from bauxite? Do you also know that some types of clothes are manufactured from yarn, which itself is an industrial product? People employed in the secondary activities manufacture the primary materials into finished goods. The workers employed in steel factories, car, breweries, textile industries, bakeries etc. fall into this category. Some people are employed in providing services. In this chapter, we are mainly concerned with manufacturing industries which fall in the secondary sector. The economic strength of a country is measured by the development of manufacturing industries. Importance of manufacturing. Manufacturing sector is considered the backbone of development in general and economic development in particular, mainly because manufacturing industries not only help in modernizing agriculture, which forms the backbone of our economy, they also reduce the heavy dependence of people on agricultural income by providing them jobs in secondary and tertiary sectors. Industrial development is a precondition for eradication of unemployment and poverty from our country. This was the main philosophy behind public sector industries and joint sector ventures in India. It was also aimed at bringing down regional disparities by establishing industries in tribal and backward areas. Export of manufactured goods expands trade and commerce, and brings in much-needed foreign exchange. Countries that transform their raw materials into a wide variety of finished goods of higher value are prosperous. India's prosperity lies in increasing and diversifying its manufacturing industries as quickly as possible. Agriculture and industry are not exclusive of each other. They move hand in hand. For instance, the agro-industries in India have given a major boost to agriculture by raising its productivity. They depend on the latter for raw materials and sell their products such as irrigation pumps, fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides, plastic and PVC pipes, machines and tools, etc. to the farmers. Thus, development and competitiveness of
manufacturing industry has not only assisted agriculturists in increasing their production, but also made the production processes very efficient. In the present-day world of globalization, our industry needs to be more efficient and competitive. Self-sufficiency alone is not enough. Our manufactured goods must be at par in quality with those in the international market. Only then will we be able to compete in the international market. Contribution of industry to national economy over the last 2 decades. The share of manufacturing sector has stagnated at 17% of GDP out of a total of 27% for the industry, which includes 10% for mining, quarrying, electricity and gas. This is much lower in comparison to some East Asian economies, where it is 25 to 35%. The trend of growth rate in manufacturing over the last decade has been around 7% per annum. The desired growth rate over the next decade is 12%. Since 2003, manufacturing is once again growing at the rate of 9 to 10% per annum. With appropriate policy interventions by the government and renewed efforts by the industry to improve productivity, economists predict that manufacturing can achieve its target over the next decade. The National Manufacturing Competitiveness Council (NMCC) has been set up with this objective. Industrial locations are complex in nature. These are influenced by availability of raw material, labor, capital, power and market, etc. It is rarely possible to find all these factors available at one place. Consequently, manufacturing activity tends to locate at the most appropriate place where all the factors of industrial location are either available or can be arranged at lower cost. After an industrial activity starts, urbanization follows. Sometimes industries
are located in or near the cities. Thus, industrialization and urbanization go hand in hand. Cities provide markets and also provide services such as banking, insurance, transport, labor, consultants and financial advice, etc., to the industry. Many industries tend to come together to make use of the advantages offered by the urban centers known as agglomeration economies. Gradually, a large industrial agglomeration takes place. In the pre-independence period, most manufacturing units were located in places from the point of view of overseas trade such as Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, etc. Consequently, there emerged certain pockets of industrially developed urban centers surrounded by a huge agricultural rural hinterland.
Industry-market linkage. For everything, you require an input in the form of money. Money will buy you inputs like raw materials and other parts. Factors of production are paid through money. That is, land acquires rent, labor acquires a wage, capital acquires interest, and entrepreneurship acquires profit. But all are paid in the form of money. When all these inputs are applied to a business, you require other tertiary inputs like transport, a factory. The key
to decision of the factory location is the least cost. Government policies and specialized labor also influence the location of industry. Classification of industries list the various manufactured products used in your daily life such as transistors, electric bulbs, vegetable oil, cement, glassware, petrol, matches, scooters, automobiles, medicines, and so on. If we classify the various industries based on a particular criterion, then we would be able to understand their manufacturing better. Industries may be classified as follows, on the basis of source of raw materials used: agro-based, cotton, wool and jute, silk textile, rubber and sugar, tea, coffee, edible oil; mineral-based, iron and steel, cement, aluminium, machine tools, petrochemicals. According to their main role, basic or key industries are those which supply their products as raw materials to manufacture other goods, e.g. iron and steel and copper smelting, aluminum smelting. Consumer industries that produce goods for direct use by consumers: sugar, toothpaste, paper, sewing machines, fans, etc. On the basis of capital investment, a small-scale industry is defined with reference to the maximum investment allowed on the assets of a unit. This limit has changed over a period of time. At present, the maximum investment allowed is rupees 1 crore. On the basis of ownership, public sector, owned and operated by government agencies, BEL, SAIL, etc. Private sector industries owned and operated by individuals or a group of individuals, Tisco, Bajaj Auto Limited, Dabur Industries. Joint sector industries which are jointly run by the state and individuals or a group of individuals. Oil India Limited, OIL, is jointly owned by public and private sector. Cooperative sector industries are owned and operated by the producers or suppliers of raw materials, workers, or both. They pool in the resources and share the profits or losses proportionately. Such examples are the sugar industry in Maharashtra, the coir industry in Kerala. Based on the bulk and weight of raw material and finished goods, heavy industries such as iron and steel; light industries that use light raw materials and produce light goods such as electrical goods industries.
Activity. Classify the following into two groups on the basis of bulk and weight of raw material and finished goods. I. Oil. (6) Sewing machines. (2) Knitting needles. (7) Shipbuilding. (3) Brassware. (8) Electric bulbs. (4) Fuse wires. (9) Paint brushes. (v) Watches. (x) Automobiles.
Agro-based industries: cotton, jute, silk, woolen textiles, sugar and edible oil, etc. Industries are based on agricultural raw materials. The difference between the price of a product or service and the cost of producing it is the value added. Customers' willingness to pay based on perceived value determines the price. Value is added or created in a variety of ways. The stages of value addition in the textile industry: Step 1 fiber production, Step 2 spinning, Step 3 weaving, knitting, Step 4 dyeing and finishing, Step 5 garment manufacture. Fiber production: to make a garment, raw material is transformed into fiber, then into yarn or thread, and finally into the fabric. The processes of transforming fiber to fabric to fashion are the intermediate stages in garment production, regardless of whether the material is cotton, wool, synthetic, or cellulosic. Spinning: the process of extracting fibers from a mass and twisting them together to form a continuous thread or yarn. Weaving: knit weaving is accomplished by interlacing straight yarns at right angles to one another. Dyeing and finishing: finishing refers to the processes that convert woven or knitted cloth into a usable material, and more specifically, any process performed after dyeing the yarn or fabric to improve the look, performance, or hand feel of the finished textile or clothing. Garment manufacture: garment production is a well-organized activity that includes steps such as laying, cutting, marking, checking, stitching, finishing, and packaging. It is the process in which raw material is transformed into finished goods.